In this exercise 4.3, let's try to create isometric view of given orthographic views. Now if you look at very carefully, there is an inclined surface over here, right? Other than that, we all the lines having the certain dimensions which can be useful to draw in isometric view. But what about this line? To find the length of this line, let's talk about trigonometry. Here it is 45 degree. The vertical height is 40 and this is 20. So this is 20. So because this is 45 degree, this is going to be also 20 millimeter. So out of 100, 20 is deducted, then the length of this line will be 80 millimeter. So indirectly by calculating this, we are able to solve this problem in isometric. So here is the solution. So let's switch over to AutoCAD to complete this exercise. Now let's draw a line of 100 millimeter like this, then upward by 60 millimeter, and again let's try to draw it 100 to create a cube. Okay, now let's switch over to iso right plane and create a box. Now the dimension is 50. Now let's try to draw the remaining part. So here, from here to here it is 50, and from here to here it is 50. Okay, now let's try to draw over here. Now let's try to delete the unnecessary part. Okay, now we have a framework. Now let's try to complete. So before that, let's switch over to the left, and from here let's go upward by 40 millimeter. Okay, and from here to the right type 80 and try to join it. From here let's go up by 20 millimeter and join this line. Okay, now let's trim this part or simply remove this part. Okay, now similarly draw this vertical line downward by 60 and copy this part, this part, this part and this part from here to here. Okay, now let's remove this part, unnecessary part. Now let's try to create the center part. So here from the middle this will be of 60 millimeter. Okay, now let's remove this line and join this line from here to here and from here to here. Okay, now let's also draw again. By mistake I would remove that line. Now let's copy this part as well. So CO for copy. From here it will be the 50 dimensions. Okay, now let's join this part to this and this. Now let's try to remove the unwanted part of drawing, so we can have idea how it's going to be, right? So save your drawing. Student, if you are not getting any part of this drawing, just pause the video and just go through the individual drawing entity to see how I have drawn it, right? Now let's try to draw the circle part on a left plane. So EL for ellipse, right click iso circle. Now it is situated exactly from this corner towards right side by 40 millimeter. Now D space for diameter, diameter is 50. Okay, now let's remove unwanted part of drawing. Now let's switch over to right plane and zoom in and try to remove the part again. So save your drawing. This is how, student, you can complete this exercise.